Hello everyone, today we are starting a new sketchbook. I have never used an ELO sketchbook before, but they are very popular with people who use alcohol markers, which is what I do. I actually got this for my birthday from my grandmother, so thank you. She has no idea that this channel exists, but still. Ooh, the cover feels nice. It's more leathery. I'm excited because I wanted one of these when they were trending, but I never got one. Thank you for it's a small business? I did not know that. Guys, I got a promo code. You guys are not using my promo code. Let's be honest, it's probably the exact same for everyone, but oh well. Okay, the paper is smooth, which I'm pretty sure is supposed to be really good for alcohol markers. Now, I know a lot of people like to paint on the covers of their sketchbooks, but what I like to do is use stickers because I am too scared of painting something and ruining it. I have way too many stickers from Redbubble, so we are just going to find a nice layout and stick all of these on. Not all of them, obviously. I don't think that would work. I definitely need to use up a lot of these Sonic stickers. I'm gonna put him in the corner over here. I think I want to put the number in here, but I don't actually know what number I'm on. I'm in the 30s, I know that. But I packed away my other sketchbook with my stuff because we're moving. Maybe this will fit? Okay, I know for a fact I want to put this one on because I think it's funny. Let's put him here. And I do want to put this one on, definitely. This is the last Rise sticker I have, so I think I'm going to use it. Oh, and I want to put the Ninjago sticker on too. I might not have room to put the number on the front, but if not, I can always put it on the spine. I like how this looks. I know it looks kind of crazy because I haven't peeled everything off yet, but we're going to probably go with this. This little sticker is from that MMA artist on YouTube. She has an Etsy shop, I think. That's where I got this from. I also got this one from there too, actually. You guys should go check her out because she does free shipping. So her stuff isn't that expensive. Also, she has really good quality stickers and pins, if you like bag pins. I have a couple of those too, actually. I have this one. And I have a few more, but they're on my bag and I don't have that in front of me right now. So technically I could just leave it like this, but you know, that's kind of boring, you know? We have these. Right, let's see if this works. To add little sparkles. I'm probably gonna have to go over this a second time. Definitely. I know everyone loves the Poscas and stuff, and maybe they're better, but these don't even work that well. Like, yeah, they're good, but they last for about like 5 seconds before they dry out. Let's do a couple up here. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to go over this a second time. Okay, that looks good though. How does it look on camera? Well, it actually looks better on camera than it does in real life. Let's try to get this working. Okay. I don't want it to drip too much, though. Okay, that's a lot better. I can actually see it now. Okay. I like this. We're gonna leave it to dry just a little bit because I don't want to smudge it by accident or anything. It is the next day. I was going to film it all on the same day, but I didn't get to do that. Oh well. So what I want to do, kind of, so I want to start putting flowers on each edge. I don't even know what flowers these are, but we're gonna go with it because I can't really draw any other flowers, and that's something I have to work on. I have to work on a lot of stuff, actually. Specifically poses, because I feel like I just draw people in the same pose all the time, and it gets really boring. Now, should I do them on this side too? Maybe that would be too much, I don't know. Maybe I should do a different flower? I don't know. We'll see what happens. Now I want to put kind of like a wood block here. No, that's definitely not centered. but we could always just extend it this way. And then I want to have someone sitting up here, and the month is going to be written here. Have I explained what I'm doing yet? Okay. So instead of doing first pages, I like to do monthly pages so that I know what month I drew this stuff in, because I'm really bad at dating my art. Have her hand like right here maybe? And I don't really want her hand up front then, unless that hand looks kind of bad. So I kind of just stopped talking after this point for some reason, but basically what I'm doing is I'm drawing a girl in a swimsuit sitting on top of this wood, and I was having some trouble with the hand, but I finally settled on just putting it facing back, or facing front, I guess? I don't know what to call that, but anyway. And then I continued to the legs, where I also had trouble for some reason, and I erased those probably about 3 times. And I am really bad at drawing feet, so I kind of just decided to have her wearing flip-flops eventually. And then I got to coloring. I have to say, I really do like how I shaded the skin in this drawing, especially how I shaded the back, which you'll see in a second here. I was kind of nervous about doing it because I don't really have a good shading color other than the one I found in the last video, but I really like how I shaded it along the spine. I had to go over it a few times, but it still worked out really well. It's probably the best part of this drawing, honestly. I went through a couple of stages of grief with this thing, especially the hair. I don't know what I was doing for a hot minute there. I think a lot of it had to do with the paper. It's really smooth and it holds the ink pretty well, and the ink doesn't dry immediately and just soak into the paper. So far, this sketchbook, I like the paper. The size, I'm still not so sure about, but we'll see what happens. I guess it fits the full screen pretty well for YouTube and stuff, and it's square, so if I ever wanted to post on Instagram, I could probably just take a photo and put it up there with the full page in view. But yeah, so far the paper is my favorite feature. I'm really used to just using mixed media and stuff, like the ones from Hobby Lobby, those mixed medium ones. And they're okay, I just don't usually use anything other than markers, so it's not ideal for me. I do use acrylic paint, so hopefully that won't mess this sketchbook up too bad. And I like to paste construction paper in behind my drawings. And the camera decided not to focus on the drawing for some reason, yay! Well, hopefully that'll go away. I know you can't see it because of the blur, but I was actually having a pretty difficult time with this hair for some reason. I don't know if it was just the fact that I'm not used to using a bullet nib with alcohol markers, but I could not get it to shade right, and it was taking me a good while to fix it. Eventually I did get it. I just went over it with the mid-tone color and then shaded with the dark color, and I think it turned out pretty good considering how much time I spent just adjusting it and tweaking it. I think the 2 most difficult colors of hair to shade when you have alcohol markers is blonde hair, and not just golden hair, like really blonde hair, and black hair. Because I can never find colors light enough for blonde hair, and black hair is hard to shade without it looking gray. I've heard some people say to use blue, which is what I do in digital art and stuff, but I just don't think I have the right blues for that in the alcohol markers. I'll have to look around for some, maybe buy some individual ones when they're on sale or something. After I finally figured out the hair, I started working on the flowers, which I'm pretty sure look most like carnations. Originally, I was gonna color them in all different colors, like pink, orange, yellow, maybe a couple purple and blue, but then I just decided I was gonna stick with pink because it matched the color scheme I was going for better. Basically, the color scheme is like pinks, reds, and a little bit of green, because I'm gonna have the swimsuit kind of look watermelon themed. I know it's kind of basic for summer to be watermelon themed and stuff like that, but I just wanted to do something simple for this, since usually I don't do much at all for the monthly themes. When I do my sketchbook tour on my last sketchbook, you'll see what I'm talking about. Most of the time they look kind of basic. Sometimes I just straight up write the month on a piece of paper. Maybe if I get into the habit of just dating my art, the next sketchbook I can just do a normal first page welcome to my sketchbook page. And I've been thinking about it, I might actually try to paint on my next sketchbook cover because I don't want to spend any more money on stickers. I have too many. So yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna want to paint, and I probably won't know until I get to that sketchbook. And it usually does take me about 5 months to fill a sketchbook nowadays. I used to fill them in like 2 days. That's how I got to 30 so fast. I don't know what I was doing. I don't know how I filled them that fast, Probably because the art is just really bad in those sketchbooks. I should do some sketchbook tours of my old sketchbooks, that would be interesting. Although I'd probably just be crashing out the whole time. I cringe very easily at stuff, but at the same time, I'm a little bit cringy myself, so I don't know what's wrong with me. But yeah, that video should be interesting. I could probably get through like 3 in a time. This month will actually mark about 5 years of me taking art seriously, because the sketchbook that I consider my first sketchbook that I actually filled was started, I think, June 1st. So yeah, it's not June yet. Right now it is May 27th, 28th. So that's coming up pretty soon. I'm kind of excited. Like 5 years is kind of crazy because it's only felt like 2. I always think I'm improving really slowly until I go back to my previous sketchbook and look at it and realize that I improved pretty fast actually. Maybe not in big ways, but in small ways. But I think I want to start improving more on other things, which is kind of why I started this channel. I just want to have motivation to do that, like anatomy and poses. I've always had a bit of trouble with that, and I really want to start really focusing on that. And oh my goodness, the camera finally focused back on the drawing. This video is kind of short and it's a little weird because I know I'm not actually painting on the cover, I'm just sticking stuff on it. But I hope you like the drawing that I did for the June cover page, I guess. Maybe this will be a monthly thing. If I don't have anything else to post, I'll make a video doing the cover page. This is one of the better cover pages I've done, but I still think one of my favorite ones was in my last sketchbook for January. I really like that one. Pretty much every other cover page in that sketchbook was done in like 5 minutes though, so it's not as good. But that last sketchbook's probably my favorite. Maybe this one will be my new favorite. I really like the cover, I really like the first page so far. I don't know though, because the more I look at it, the more I kind of start to dislike it. Maybe it's just the composition of the page, I don't know. But yeah, I'm not really that person who's kind of like, oh no, the first page has to be like perfect or something. I really don't care. I don't let anyone look at my sketchbooks anyway, and the people who I trust enough to look at my sketchbooks are not very good at art, so they're like not quite in a position to judge. I know that sounds kind of mean, but it is true. Like me personally, I'm not gonna go to someone's art who's better than me and start like breaking it apart and saying, oh, this looks kind of bad, you should work on this and this and this, because I know I personally could not probably do those things that I'm picking apart, but maybe that's just me. Back to the drawing. I added these leaves because I just didn't think there was enough green on the page already, and I really needed to balance it out somehow, and so this is just kind of what I came up with. I don't really like how the leaves are kind of just straight across, but you know, there's nothing I can really do about it now. The last thing I did was add this blue circle behind the character. I'm not quite sure why I did it, but I do like it. I think it just adds one extra color to the picture that was kind of needed. At first I was kind of struggling to choose a color because I didn't have one that was light enough, but then I found this. And the circle, of course, is probably not going to be a perfect circle, obviously. But then I added some smaller circles kind of around the big circle, and I think that made it a little better. That's going to be all for today. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. What do you think of all of my stickers? I guess, I don't know. Bye.